friends, we are back with, I believe this is part 5 of my thoughts from The Alchemist. And this is just me going through the book. I've read this several times now, and just taking out little nuggets, little parts of the book that really resonate with me and sharing with you what it brings up for me. And I'm hoping that it will also help you think about what it brings up for you. And maybe there's something similar. And I would love if you would, in the comments, share maybe what it means for you. We all have different lived experiences, and that's just what we're exploring here. We're on page 25, The Alchemist, and this is the passage I've chosen today. He never realized that people are capable at any time in their lives of doing what they dream of. I am 52 years old. Yeah, I'll be 53 this year. And I spent my career in commercial real estate. I started off in college as a file clerk, and I literally worked my way up to a senior vice president, director of property operations. I was very proud of that title. I worked really hard. Growing up, I was born in 1972, and it was a different time than it is today. And I went through a lot getting to where I was. I remember my very first job as a file clerk. The owner of the company, he was a really nice man. And he told me straight up, he was like, I would go in on the weekends and use their computer, because I didn't have a computer, so I could use their computer there to do my college work. And he would come in, and he took to me. He liked me. He seemed to be impressed with me and my work ethic. And he said, it's going to be really hard for you in this industry. He said, I'll be straight up with you. You are a black woman, and this is a white male-dominated industry. And I remember that was one of the first times I heard the term a good old boy industry, and explain what that means. Like, there was basically no room for me. But he was cheering me on. He acknowledged that. He said, I'm different, and I hope that you will be successful in this industry, despite how hard it will be. And so, did I make it to the very top of the whole industry? No, but I made it far, and I was really good at what I did. And when you spend that long in the industry, you become really good at it. I was really good at what I did. And I felt like, okay, this is it for me. I can retire here. I'll have a good life, a good salary, and it'll be fine. But as time went on, that wasn't it. It became harder and harder. Not that the job became harder, the job became easier because I was an expert. I spent way more than 10,000 hours learning my craft. So I knew what to do. I learned how to manage people. I went from being not such a great manager to being, I think, a pretty great manager, because you learn as you go. But it wasn't okay. I became a miserable person. I did not even know I was that miserable. It got to a point where I had to realize that this could not stand. And so I started making some changes in my personal life to try and come out of this dark space I found myself in. And I do want to caveat that even though I started going to therapy, I started doing certain things to kind of come out of this dark space, I didn't fully realize how bad things had gotten for me from an emotional state. Going back to here, at any time in their lives, we're capable of doing what we dream of. From a young girl, I dreamed of a few things. One, I always said, I want to be rich. And my friends are rich, so we can all travel and do the great things together. That's always been, I've never had the idea of, I want to be rich. It's always been, I want us to be rich. So it's not surprising now that my whole business is helping other women succeed. It's my childhood dream. It's no surprise that I love the women I work with. I want us all to be rich. It's my childhood dream. The point is, at 52 years old, as a single mother, and I say that not as a detriment, I say that because I'm proud, because I'm raising the hell out of my teenage son. So this is not a shame place. But I have changed my life completely. I am living my life on my own terms. I fully acknowledge that I have certain benefits that maybe other people don't have. I left my career with a little bit of money saved so that I can take the time to pursue my dreams. But along the way, leaving that corporation was scary as hell. Because although it was my dream to leave, I was not really ready to go. I could have stayed, but my soul felt like it was forced out. So I left. I took that giant leap into the unknown. And then I went on with my gift business. It was going well. Business was growing. It's all good. And I realized I was miserable. And I said to myself, there is no way I should be leaving this corporate gig, making good money, and being miserable, to do the gift business, making not good money, and being miserable. The trajectory is good. The business was growing pretty fast, honestly, but I didn't like it. I'm really good at seeing where things are headed, where things are going. I knew that staying in that role was not something that would make me happy. I didn't want to do the things that were required to be really successful in that business. It wasn't what filled my soul. And so I spent a lot of time wondering, what do I do? I started building my new business while still running my gift business. So I knew I didn't want to do that, but I was like, I can do both. I was trying to find some way to marry the two where I can do the business accountability mentoring, but also have gift business on the side. And it was this pull, right? It was really difficult. And then I decided, I don't remember when, I was like, I'm not doing the gift business anymore. And there was a little part of me that said, what are you doing? What will people think? What will they say? You're just going to leave all of this? You've invested all this stuff into all this inventory. This is only some of the inventory, by the way, which I'm moving. What are you doing? You're flighty now? Are you disorganized? Do you know what you're doing? I know exactly what I'm doing. I am building a badass business. I have discovered, yes, I say discovered, who I am, because I was lost. I allowed myself, I'm going off track, but I'm going to say it. I allowed other people to define me. I'm not doing that anymore. I define myself. I may make mistakes along the way. Own those mistakes. As I grow and as I learn, become this new person who I love. I love myself. I don't know if I've ever said that before, but I'm saying it now, and I do. I'm proud of the woman I've become. I'm so proud. And I will continue to be somebody that makes myself proud, because I'm living an honest life, and a true life is true to myself. I don't know who I'll be next year. What I have learned is that we are always becoming. We are always growing if we allow ourselves. We don't have to stay stuck. At any moment, at any time in life, we can decide that we want to go after our dreams. We can decide that we want to be more, different, better, changed. Not everybody's road will be the same. I'm fully aware of that. But it doesn't mean we don't have a road to take. And the key is to start.